peeked in. Oh dear. Oh, Saul! Oh, he's sleeping. He's too cute. I just wanna. I wanna hug him. What's up, guys? The name's Ryan Dragneel, and welcome back to Locked Heart. So last where we left off, what a surprise! As soon as we saw bears, they turned into humans. Woo! And apparently, Saul and Dion brothers. Dion is the oldest, Saul is the younger one. Oh gosh, I like Saul. He's pretty cool. I like him. Plus he's cute. Excuse me. Ooh, he's cute too. So now we're just trying to find another way to break the curse. Oh yeah, we saw Goldilocks. She's really cute too. Very pretty. Miss Maria, wish we could romance her. Sadly, I don't think we can. She looks really cute though. Very, very harsh, but cute. Anyway, let's move on right now. A few days have passed since then. I walked through the garden just as the sun came up from behind the clouds and showered the mansion with warmth. It was a welcome change to the gray skies I'd seen since waking up. My hopes for answers were still unfulfilled. I still don't know why Gold was the only one who remained a doll. I was still caught up in a curse I never expected, so I needed some fresh air and sunshine. As I walked around, I noticed Lily hiding behind one of the trees. Oh? She was peeking around the trunk and occasionally ducking behind it again, as if she were secretly watching something. Or someone. Or rather, yeah, that's what I said. I already have an idea who that someone is. I should... Let's save first. I think we're gonna approach her. She's probably spying on Saul. And I like Saul. I snuck over to where Lily was hiding, not wishing to be noticed and ruining her stakeout. Lily, what are you doing? Lily covered my mouth with both hands, immediately shushing me, even though I kept my voice low. After glancing over her shoulder to check that we were still in hiding, Lily started whispering to me. He will hear us. You mean Saul? Lily visibly paled when I whispered Saul's name. Knew it. She was adorable, still thinking her crush wasn't obvious. How did you know? Oh, never mind. Just keep your voice down, please. I didn't know what to say at first. I was being quiet, but no doubt she was too anxious to realize. But sitting in silence felt a bit uncomfortable, so I asked a question that I had been considering for a while. Why do you like him so much anyway? Lily stared at me like I'd grown a second head. Oh, are you blind? Prince Saul is handsome, responsible, kind. That's the same reason why I fell for him too. Don't worry, Lily. And he's a gentleman to everyone. He also knows how to sew. That too. If you can't see it now, you're hopeless. I can definitely see it. He's perfect. Not a single flaw. I didn't argue with her, but I wondered about whether he really was flawless. Remembering the sadness I kept glistening in his eyes, I couldn't help wondering why someone without flaws would have a crack in his smile. So distracted by memory, I almost missed what Lily said next. And he makes me feel special. I couldn't stop the smile curving my lips. I knew what Lily meant. Can't argue with that. Shh! He's looking this way! He might see us! Dragging me closer to the tree, Lily resumed her post. I mimicked her pose and peeked around her shoulder. Oh, he's so pretty. Look at him. I can totally see why Lily likes him. I want to romance him so bad, but I'm like, I don't want to take him away from Lily. Really. Yeah, I thought I said that wrong. I don't want to take him away from Lily. Lily really likes him, and I want them to be together, but I like Saul. Romancing Saul. Anyway, surrounded by a beautiful field of roses was the prince of this castle. With his gentleman's smile wavering, Saul was picking out roses and seemed to lay them on the ground after teasing the petals with the tops of his fingers. Ah! I'm so jealous of those roses! If you like him so much, why don't you just go ahead and tell him? I told you it is impossible! He's the heir of the deluxe while I'm just a mere maid. I do not have a chance. I admit I wasn't knowledgeable about the customs of the upper class. I didn't understand why they couldn't be a couple. Lily sulked at me. Can you not understand? Prince Saul is out of my league. Love knows no boundaries. How encouraging. Her sarcastic tone was so un-Lily-like. Oh. I still didn't understand her hesitation, but I did understand why she liked him so much. Just thinking about it brought another smile to my lips. Lily gasped. You! Eh? I knew it! You also like him! No I don't. Fuck, she caught me. Where did that idea come from? I cannot blame you for liking him as well. He is Prince Saul after all. I shook my head at her. It was true that Saul was handsome and he made me blush a little, but I didn't think that I liked him as Lily claimed. I don't... Lily patted me on the shoulder, clearly ignoring my words and confusion. But you are my friend, Miss Aura, so if Prince Saul chooses you, there will be no hard feelings. Oh my god, the sweetie pie! Oh my god, I just want to hug you. Can I romance you instead? This poor girl. Oh my god, let me hug her. Aww, thank you. I promise you that. Eh? As I gaped at Lily's bizarre train of thought, Saul came up behind us. Ah! Hi! He was carrying a small bouquet of roses in his arms. Lady Lily? Lady Aura? What are you two doing hiding out here? We both turned around, flushing deep red at being caught. Nothing! Totally not staring at your handsome face, I'm sure. But Saul! We were just discussing how best to handle our chores. Miss Maria wasn't in a good mood either. My shaky voice betrayed my confidence in the lie, but it was certainly a believable one. Saul tilted his head to one side. Really? Yes, that is right! Divide and conquer! I see. I hope she isn't giving you too much trouble on such a nice day. Nope, not really. And he actually believed it. As remembering something, Saul dropped the subject and lifted a rose from his stack. For you, Lady Lily. For me? Her face went scarlet. Yes. They are beautiful, are they not? It was cute seeing Lily so flustered, though I was a little worried for her as well. She kept saying it was impossible to pursue her love for Saul, so maybe this kind of thing hurts her too. Oh my, you do not look well, Lady Lily. Is this boy so blind? Really? Really? This boy is blind. Are you sick? He leaned forward and laid his hand upon her forehead. This is not good for my heart! Bye, Lily. Lily ran back to the mansion, looking like she might cry. I don't think he meant anything like that by that, but it seemed almost cruel if he didn't know her feelings. He is dense. He doesn't know. Did I do something wrong? I guess that's his flaw. Saul is dense if he cannot see Lily's feelings for him. Totally dense. I shrugged, not wishing to say anything Lily didn't want me to say. Saul sighed. I hope she is fine. By the way, here. For you, my lady. Thank you. I smiled, accepting the rose he held out to me. So, why the roses, Saul? I'm going to put them inside Gold's room. Roses have always been her favorite. Seeing that wistful smile on Saul's face told me how much he missed his little sister. Aww. I squeezed my locket for comfort. I really need to find out how to break the curse soon. Another day had arrived, but nothing changed. Dion seems to evaporate whenever chores needed to be done, and today Miss Maria was particularly frustrated over it. Oh, Dion, come on! After she fired off a lecture at Lily and Royal for allowing such behavior, I volunteered to go find him. If only to restore some peace to the household. However, finding him was easier said than done. I've checked every room I passed, but couldn't find him anywhere. Dang. I shuddered at the thought of returning to Miss Maria without him. Oh yeah, that's a bad thought. As I roamed the halls, I noticed that the door to Saul's workroom was ajar. It seemed unlikely that Dion was in there, but I had to check for my own safety. I peeked in. Oh dear. Oh, Saul! Oh, he's sleeping. He's too cute. I just wanna. I wanna hug him. I almost knocked, but stopped my hand when I saw Saul asleep on his desk. There were papers scattered beneath his hands and on the floor. They seemed to be sketches and pattern designs. There were a few mannequins standing like soldiers along the walls and wearing unfinished clothes. One wore an unfinished white dress. The honesty of his workplace brought a warm smile. This is the real Saul. I can feel it in my chest. I snuck into the room, admiring the skill and beauty of the sketches I avoided stepping on. I froze. I looked over to him, waiting until I was sure that he was still asleep. I couldn't deny he had lovely features. I blushed at the thought, realizing I'd been staring in my efforts to be sure I could escape unnoticed. But before I could dwell on it, Saul spoke. Sorry. I narrowed my eyes at him in confusion. He seems to be asleep, but all of a sudden, the calm in his expression contorted into that of pain. Oh no, Saul! I promise to do better, so please. No. Beads of sweat rolled down his forehead and he continued to cry out in his sleep. Oh, let me hug you! Saul! Afraid of what kind of nightmare could torture him like that, I shook his shoulder. Saul, wake up! His eyes shot open and he flung himself away from his desk. Now on the ground, trembling upon his knees, Saul gazed at me with a terrified expression. Oh, poor baby, what's wrong? He was ghostly pale and there were tears in his eyes. They were the eyes of a child after seeing a monster. I knelt down and embraced him. It's all just a dream. Lady Aura? I reached up and stroked his hair, resting my cheek upon his head. Don't worry, you're safe now. Saul didn't answer with words. His arms came up and gently held me back. Startled that I turned this into a hug, I tried to let him go, but he clung to me. Oh, poor baby. Saul? Not yet. I know it is inappropriate, but can we stay like this a little longer? Please? Of course! Anything for you. I didn't have the heart to reject him. In the end, I wasn't able to find Dion. I couldn't help thinking he really did have the ability to evaporate. I finished cooking dinner and then went to help Lily set the table. Saul stepped into the dining room looking frightfully exhausted. Prince Saul! You do not look so good! Are you okay? Yes, I'm just tired. I didn't want to say anything. But after seeing him so tormented in sleep, I was really worried about him. It must have shown on my face because he walked to my side and placed a hand on my head. Hello! His fingers slipped into my hair when his hand moved. Don't worry. I blanked at the sensation of Saul's hand and his reassuring statement, completely unprepared for it. But then he leaned closer and whispered in my ear. Thank you. For earlier. The warmth of his breath clung to my skin. Thinking about how close his lips were to my ear, I felt my heart beat double its pace. All I could do was nod as heat spread across my cheeks. Suddenly remembering that we weren't alone, I shifted my gaze to Lily. Hi! The shock on her face was not a secret, and it was more than enough to return my senses. I stepped away from Saul, hoping my reaction didn't seem too unnatural. Saul's cheeks instantly darkened and he withdrew his hand back to his side. Sorry. An awkward silence filled the room. I hadn't expected Saul to do something like that with Lily standing nearby. It caught me so unaware that I couldn't think of a casual way to spin it. Oh God, Dion, thank Lord you are here. I can get you back to Miss Maria now. Like a saving grace, Dion sauntered into the room, whistling a small tune. I could have kissed him for such perfect timing, but I'm not going to because I'm not like that. Dion! What's up? We've been looking all over for you. Where have you been? Offering a shrug and a smirk, Dion dismissed my question. That's a secret. I sighed at his answer, but it did no good. Dion shifted his attention across the room, no doubt sensing the tension I'd failed to disperse. He raised a brow when his eyes fell back on me. What did I miss? I glanced at Lily and immediately felt a pang in my chest. She didn't lift her head. Nothing. Since you're here, I'll just go ahead and finish dinner. Awkward couldn't even describe the strained smile I forced onto my face before I escaped to the kitchen. But even as I disappeared into the other room, I still felt the heat of Saul's gaze on the back of my neck. I know he watched as I left. Touching my fingertips over his lips. Oh, that sounded not right. Touching my fingertips over my lips, I closed my eyes and tried to make my heart slow down. Please, don't tell me I actually fell in love with the prince. Darling, I think you did. I rarely slept that night, fussing and worrying about this love triangle I foolishly stumbled into. I had to stop these feelings before their roots reached too far into my heart to weed out. Lily said she wouldn't be upset since we were friends, but I still didn't think it was fair that I pursued these feelings when I knew how much she liked Saul. Yeah, that's the same for me. If I could, I really would give Saul to her, rather. And I could just take Dion to myself. No, I'm joking. I don't like Dion that way, but maybe Royal. I don't know. I really like Saul. But I did not know what to do about this. Lily openly told me she wasn't going to confess her feelings, and it would be wrong of me to tell Saul how she feels. And Saul is no doubt too dense to notice on his own. I sighed, wandering the hallways, which I'd been doing since breakfast. Lady... Oh, wrong voice. I thought it was Lily. Lady Aura. A startled voice yanked me from my thoughts. I jumped away from Saul, who was walking down the hall in the opposite direction. A deep blush spread across his cheeks. Excuse me. My apologies. You seemed so deep in thought. Do you have a problem? I tilted my head to the side, confused by Saul's shaken demeanor. He always seemed so calm and collected about everything. It was unnerving because the shyer he behaved, the more anxious I felt. Things were changing too quickly for me to keep up. Shaking my head a little to get my mind on track, I looked up at Saul. I'm just wondering. Save! Well, I don't want to ask him about Lily. Well, we're trying to pursue him, so I don't think it would be right for me to ask about Lily. In another timeline, I shall ask about Lily. For now, have you fallen in love before? My question caught Saul a bit off balance. He boggled at me a moment, jade eyes wide with shock. You were deep in thought because of that? I shrugged, a little embarrassed by how amused he was. Just wondering. He tipped his head away, hands still near his mouth. His blush had receded, but a dusting of pink remained. Actually, I have. Really? I stared at him, with deep curiosity welling up. Yes. It was 7 years ago when Father brought me with him to the city for the first time. And? I was in awe, seeing so many things, but only one caught my attention. I urged him to continue, excited as I watched the sparkles in his eyes seem to dance all around him. Imagine if it's not a person and it was a toy or something. But let's just see. So beautiful. I can almost remember it like it was yesterday. He closed his eyes and placed his hand on his breastbone. His smile completed his dreamy state. For the first time, I had this fluttery feeling in my chest. I may not have felt it before, but I'm sure that it was love at first sight. So, what was this person like? I knew it! I knew it! It wasn't a person. It was like something. He just saw something that was so beautiful. Maybe a dress or something. Person? Saul opened his eyes, staring at me as if I'd gone mad. I was talking about a beautiful dress that was displayed in a tailor shop window. I called it. What did I tell you guys? I gaped at him, lips parted in shock. For a moment, I thought Saul was the best actor on earth, but his genuine aura told me he was serious. You fell in love with a dress? Saying it slower did not make the idea sound any less strange. Soul didn't seem to notice, his smile unwavering. Oh no. Indeed. Poor Lily. To think that her true rivals are actually dresses. How can she compete with that? Trying to return to my original objective of disengaging from this love triangle, I went for a more direct question. How about a person? Have you liked a girl before? Soul didn't answer at first, his cheeks suddenly red. When he turned his face away, I saw the elegant angles his jaw created, making my heart spiral out of control. Be still, my heart! I know Soul is attractive, but why am I only reacting now? I do not act like myself whenever I am with you. Oh! I was so distracted with my excited heartbeat that I missed Soul's reply. He was murmuring something, but I couldn't quite understand it. What did you say? Nothing! Oh, he likes us! An awkward silence drifted between us. Soul appeared thoughtful about something, and I was suddenly too nervous to ask what. The truth is, I don't know what it feels like to be in love. He shifted his gaze back to me, the red on his cheeks seeming to deepen. I resisted the urge to look down, struggling to maintain my composure and not to assume anything. Though perhaps I have already fallen for someone. A soft sigh followed Soul's confession, making it very hard to figure out what he meant. Who was he talking about? Really? Soul gazed at me a moment, his jeweled eyes glistening with the mid-afternoon sun streaming in from the window. I didn't realize how hot my cheeks were until Soul's cool fingers brushed against them, moving a stray lock of hair behind my ear. Soul sighed, his fingers lingering at my ear. I wonder. Before I could get my thoughts under control and say something more than his name, Soul pulled his hand away and walked towards the window. To tell the truth, it doesn't matter. I doubt she would love me back. I tilted my head and my brow instinctively furrowed. Ignoring my flustered heartbeat, I tried again to figure out who Soul meant. Lily wasn't shy about her feelings, but then Soul was dense about that sort of thing. Still, that last part bothered me. No matter who he meant, I didn't understand why he was giving up without even trying. Soul didn't seem like himself. What makes you say that, Soul? I stepped closer. Sighing, Soul rested against the windowsill. I'm not the perfect prince you and Lady Lily keep calling me. I act this way because it's my role. I'm sure that wouldn't change how Lily feels about you. Oh god, oops. I clasped my hands over my mouth, eyes open wide. That was the one thing I was not supposed to say. Before I could try and recover, Soul looked over at me. His smile was soft, but so sad. Something in his expression told me the truth. You knew? So, why pretend that you don't? I cannot accept or reject her feelings for me. I cannot bear to hurt my friend. Oh, she's been friend-zoned, and I'm like, oh god, no. Poor Lily. I didn't know what to say. I knew Lily wouldn't stop being Soul's friend, but it wasn't right to speak for her in this situation. Lady Lily is a great person. She deserves someone better than me. Soul. I wanted to say something reassuring to Soul, but my thoughts were confused. He said he didn't feel the same towards Lily. But if not Lily, was it some girl he knew in the past? Before the curse happened? Are you that dense too? He likes you! I can tell. I wondered if that was why Soul seemed so unhappy. He lost the girl he loved, and he thinks she won't accept him after all these years. When I looked up, I saw his gaze drifting out the window. I am but a bleh. Oh my god, can't read. I am but a puppet with its strings still attached to its master. No matter what I enjoy or love in life, I have to live up to my father's expectations. I hesitated, surprised to hear Soul's admission. I had been here at the mansion for quite some time now, but this is the first time Soul lowered his guard with me. I wonder if I will still be accepted if I bring down the perfect facade I have been keeping up for so long. Soul, not to be disrespectful, but your father isn't here anymore. Can't you just be yourself again? Soul twisted to look at me, surprise lifting the melancholy away from his face for a moment. His shoulders then slumped as he shook his head.
The memories haunt me every night. I always see him watching my every move, and his disappointed look whenever I messed up. It's paralyzing. A sharp pain dug in my chest. Seeing Saul like this, so hurt and vulnerable and sad, was painful. My heart was still not beating properly, and this feeling wasn't good at all. So you see, Lady Aura. Saul turned his body toward me, still leaning against the window. I felt him looking at me, though I'm not sure he really saw me anymore. Even if I were in love with someone, I've always had a list of potential wives thanks to my father. It's just my fate. The thought of Saul being with someone didn't have feelings for left me uncomfortable and bothered. What bothered me was the thought of Saul being with another girl. It's your life, Saul. You should be allowed to live as you want. I blurted the statement out before Saul could say anything else. When he looked over at me, his brows furrowed into a confused tangle. Those beautiful green eyes stared at me like I'd lost my mind. Well, it's just... Lady Aura, what are you proposing is not so simple. What you are proposing. If it were, I can't read. What in the world? If it were, I'd have done so already. I'll always be tied to my father's strings. Biting my lip and shifting to one side, I spoke the first thing I thought of. Saul. Save. Alright, I'm gonna do... you'll be able to cut the ties. I'll cut the strings. Okay, this one sounds like I love you and I want to be with you, so I'm just gonna say, I'll cut the strings. If you can't, then I'll cut them. I want you to be happy, Saul. After speaking, I bowed my head, embarrassed that I'd made such a bold proposal. When only silence greeted me, I looked up towards Saul, as nervous as I was curious. He didn't seem happy after what I said, more like lost. Do you realize what you are saying, Lady Aura? I flinched. My landlady used to say that I often act impulsively without thinking things through. However, this was not something I had to think about. I only wanted to bring a smile to Saul's face. Yes, I do. Remembering what Saul asked before, I tried another tactic. In response to your earlier question, yes, you will be accepted. A flicker of hope passed over Saul's face, but it was fleeting. How can you be so sure? They're your family, Saul. How can they not? He seemed unsure of my words, still hesitating by the window. When I looked closer, I saw that he was biting his lip, which suggested Saul did want to believe what I said. I searched my memories, and a perfect example came to mind. Do you remember what Dion said a couple of weeks ago? About how he misses you being yourself? Shouldn't that tell you? I lost the strength in my voice, thoughts breaking down. Instead of a hopeful smile, Saul's expression became cold. Colder than I thought he could ever appear. Saul? With all due respect, Lady Aura, my older brother is the reason I'm trapped in this role. At first, I didn't understand what he meant. Right. I understand, because, carefree and stuff. Dion should have been the heir. I wonder why. Before I could collect and speak my thoughts, Saul turned away. I'm sorry, Lady Aura, but I'd like to be alone. But Saul... I stopped when he turned away from me, my shoulders drooping with rejection. This topic was obviously hurting him, but I couldn't think of anything comforting to say. Okay, Saul, I understand. Good luck with your work today. I hurried out of the room, my chest tight with pain. Saul, no, this hurts. As Aura dashed down the hall, another figure made his way closer from the opposite direction. Well, that was a rather interesting conversation. Were you spying on... Dion, I want to punch you. Forcing a grin didn't hide the genuine concern from Dion's expression. Saul flinched and twisted to face him. Saul attempted to hide his feelings behind a small smile. How long were you standing there, brother? Who knows? Silence drifted between them for a moment. Dion sighed. I'm glad that you're finally being honest with your feelings. Aura was right about what she said. Saul's smile faded as his gaze drew to the window again. You have the right to decide because that's what you want, not what everyone expects you to do. That's rich, brother, coming from you. Dion flinched as if Saul's words were a physical strike. Oh, dear. He hadn't heard Saul speak this way, his voice cold and distant. After all, you did whatever you wanted to do, leaving everyone to pick up your responsibilities. Saul, I never wanted to burden you with being the heir. How can I believe that when you've done nothing but drop your responsibilities onto me for over 7 years? Dion went quiet, his face and posture tense with conflict. He looked at Saul with pain streaked through his brown eyes, as if he wanted to tell him something, but no words fell from his lips. Saul closed his eyes, sighing as he touched his fingertips to his forehead. If I turned my back at the heir, father was going to marry off gold to a man of his choice. I wouldn't let him do that to our sister. Dion's lips parted, his brown irises now tarnished with shock. He had no idea their father could be so underhanded. Shame and anger flushed over Dion's cheeks, but he hedged his response. So, our father wouldn't go through with that plan. How would you know? It's not like you were around to protect gold from father. Saul opened his eyes and stared at Dion from the side, brow furrowed with annoyance. It was unsettling for Dion to see Saul angry after so many years of pretending he didn't know Saul's smile was fake. Especially when Dion knew Saul was never told what really happened. The real reason why he was removed as heir. Dion shrugged where he stood, sadness washing over his face. I don't know. Why? Why didn't you talk to me, Saul? Because I can't trust that my older brother will be there when I need him. Oh. Dion looked up at Saul, pressing his lips together. There was so much he wanted to say, but the words wouldn't form. They were stuck in his heart, a dagger that he carried for years, but still could not dislodge. As a sigh deflated his chest, Dion bowed his head and excused himself from the room. Saul didn't stop him. Oh, these poor babies, please. Oh my god. Alright, you know what? I think that's a good stopping point for today. We will continue more of Locked Heart in the next video. It seems that I'm going on the route with Saul, so I hope I get the right. I hope I get him. I want him to be happy. I feel really bad for him. I want to give him hugs and kisses. Yeah. Alright. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys would like to see more of my videos, then click subscribe. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.